Allora Calzadilla, Specters of Noon is an exhibition that's comprised of 7 new works by the artists Jennifer Allora and Guillermo Calzadilla. They're an artistic duo that started working together in the mid-1990s, and they live and work in San Juan, Puerto Rico. We started working on this show about 4 years ago. The artists have come to Houston about 4 or 5 times to do research on the work. As you'll see in the exhibition, they're very much looking at this place. They're looking at the architecture of the Menil Collection. They're thinking through the ethos of spirituality that informs this place via our founders, John and Dominique de Menil.
Just visiting the collection was such an impressive experience, to be in that amazing space, and spaces actually, not just even the main building, but all of the other buildings on the Menil campus. And the incredible collection that is the Menil. When we started in the library of the Menil and we encountered the Cowboy Text, which is a short text, it's like a 2-page synthesis of the history of the idea of the noonday, the noon complex.
In this essay, Cowboy is thinking through the theme of noontime. And he was really interested in going back to early Christian texts and texts that were thinking through this moment of the day when the sun divides the day in half, when the sun's at its highest, as being a moment when strange things happen. Specifically, this is the moment when shadows disappear and demons emerge.
The noonday demon is the synonym for Assyria, which is this spirit, this sort of specter that appears at midday, and one of the qualities or attributes that it performs on its subjects is that it makes the present intolerable, in the future impossible to imagine.
One way they respond to the idea of acedia is through a diverse and novel set of materials. As you walk through the show, you'll notice some works that are made with bat and bird guano. Other works are made with bronze or found steel from a burned out shell of a transformer. There's compressed coal. There's thousands of flowers made with recycled plastic electronics. Throughout the exhibition, you'll see how the artists are playing with the effects of light and sound.
Sound in the works are like a material component. It's not something that is added to, it's intrinsic from the outset of what the work is, I guess, as it will be form, shape, color, sound. We work with David Lang, composer and friend, who just takes these journeys with us.
There are 3 main places where the music is important. One of them is the thing that you see immediately is the transformer, and it has a hum. It actually has the hum that you have from electronic equipment when you plug it in and it's not grounded. You actually hear this hum through the entire space, and it changes its function actually where you are depending on how close you are to the object. In the other room, after you pass the room with the transformer, there are 2 pieces that I did that generate sound. One of them is called Penumbra, and this is an accompaniment to a video of leaves in a jungle that cast a shadow on the wall. But the paradox of it is you see the shadow without the leaves themselves. I wanted to make a sound to accompany this, which was kind of the equivalent of the thing but not the real thing. I found a recording of the insects from the jungle, which the piece is about, and I duplicated those instruments with a solo violin. The other piece, which is spectacular, is a giant tree made entirely out of coal called enteleki. And for this piece, I did a similar kind of paradoxical reproduction of what might happen around this tree. I took bird calls and I slowed them down so that they are no longer bird calls, but they are very unnatural sounds. And I gave them to singers in earpieces for them to duplicate what they heard.
Assyria, in a way, to say simply, means lack of care, not caring towards the world, not caring towards others, or to oneself. We found in this idea, in this concept of Assyria, a strange echo with the present.
This exhibition's really about surprise. And for the viewer, it's about unexpected encounters and strange juxtapositions between materials, between light, between sound. For surrealism in the early 20th century, discordant events, discordant interactions were political. They allowed the viewer to understand the world differently. And for Jennifer and Guillermo, this too becomes an artistic strategy. It provides us a way to understand our contemporary moment, a moment of political uncertainties, of climate catastrophe, and now what more surreal of a situation than a pandemic. The artists, through this exhibition, provide a way for us to see things differently and perhaps with more clarity.